Yo, dude, we gotta incorporate some like bloopers and stuff. What's up? It's your boy Robbie Reed, aka the Big Rob Theory, joined by my friend and roommate Kameron Beach.
What up?
And we are going to be equally reviewing for you today Suicide Squad. Overall, I think we both pretty much had the same idea about this movie. We loved the movie, or I personally loved the movie. I just feel like there were times where some things were a little drawn out, a little too much, and the story kind of got real wonky real quick close to the end. But I mean, overall, I still liked it. What about you, Ken?
I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was not going where I thought it was gonna go. First of all, it was entertaining to where you're like, oh, it's about to get good. It never really hit that like top peak moment. I thought like it was a little bit of a letdown. Like I was just critiquing the whole time I was watching the movie. Like, oh, they could have done it like this, or they shouldn't have went too far out of left field. But it was good. It was fun. I thought Harley Quinn and the Joker killed it. They were entertaining every single time they were on the screen.
Yeah.
I just wanted more of them. Some of the other stuff that came in, some of like the little, it is a superhero movie, I get it, but it was lacking a little bit.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. It just, as he said, it did not go in the direction that I thought it was going. I still really do like the movie. It's not my favorite DCEU movie, but I still really liked it. It doesn't get the credit that it deserves. I don't really understand the choice in incorporating what they did incorporate. As he said earlier too, the Joker and Harley Quinn, wow, that Jared Leto as the Joker, despite what some people might say. I know some people liked him and other people didn't. He is a great new age Joker, and the way how he embodies the Joker is just amazing.
Well, they talked about how he like got really locked into his character and he never left it even off the set. You could tell, because you could tell that truly he felt like he was the Joker. It felt really natural from him.
Yeah, I personally would love to see Jared Leto's Joker and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, and just have a Joker and Harley Quinn movie that with those two specifically acting, because the chemistry between them, first of all, was astounding. Second of all, he said it perfectly. They stole the show. The best parts were definitely with the incorporation of Jared Leto's Joker.
I felt like we got robbed. Like they introduced the Joker, like here he is for 10 minutes, bam. Like what a bummer. Like I could have used more.
I was kind of let down about how little he was in the movie, and I do get it a little bit, you know, because it's the whole Suicide Squad. He's not really part of the Suicide Squad, but at the same time, the way how they brought him in throughout the movie, it's like, yo, you gotta give us a little more of him, man. That definitely helped build up the movie a little bit too.
I also want to give Will Smith some credit. Deadshot. He led a lot of the movie. He was super engaging, super entertaining. He's a boss, and you just came off like, oh wow, he actually might have been the star of all the stars in that movie.
Yeah, Will Smith's Deadshot, that was really, really good and really well done.
There's good emotion tied into it.
Yeah,
There's
man,
good story part of it.
He was Deadshot, and he killed it. One scene in particular, I won't spoil anything for you guys. They all first go on like their mission, and they finally get to the place where
he makes his presence known.
Yeah, Deadshot came
in the
here
building
to make things happen, and he wasn't playing around. That was awesome. In regards to like cinematography and how this was actually filmed, personally, I do like a lot of the camera shots and camera angles. There's certain flashbacks in the movie. That's not really giving away too much, I think, because you do need to know a little bit about, you know, different members of the Suicide Squad.
I didn't know much about the other members.
Yeah,
now.
there's like two people in the Suicide Squad in this movie that I knew about. Like I knew their names, but I never really knew of them. If that makes sense. I liked how the different members of the Suicide Squad worked together. I mean, obviously they're all criminals, so they, you know, hate everyone and everything. These characters and the cast that played the whole Suicide Squad, they definitely had a certain criminal chemistry, if you will. Would you agree or disagree with that?
No, I think you're definitely right, and it played into like the story of, okay, these are all criminals locked away forever, but they have a chance. Like the cliche story, do a little good, and like the good people will help them out, and they'll get out of jail a little quicker, a little easier, they'll have a better life. And so at first they're like, no, we're not about it, we don't know help to anybody. Yeah. We're on a roll there, and you're right, all the characters meshed well together, they all kind of like connected, and they're like, all right, we have a common goal, like let's do this. More Harley Quinn. more Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Yes.
Hi, boys.
We're criminals and we're crazy, but she is insane.
Yeah.
Like, she's on another level.
Yeah.
And they show it, the way she talks, the way she interacts with everyone. Like, she almost, like, puts chills down your spine. Like, ooh, she is, like, dangerous.
The voices. I'm kidding. That's not what they really said.
Margot Robbie is a great actress, but man, I honestly and truly believe she was born for the role of Harley Quinn. She embodied that crazy, psychopathic Joker fanatic to a T and then some. It was just mind-blowing.
Another thing. Thank you for bringing that up. Where was all the Batman? Why even sprinkle in some Batman if you're not gonna really, like, have him get beat by the bad guys? We watched all these Batman and, like, superhero comics growing up and all these movies, like, throughout the two universes going on. And he always gets in fights with these bad guys, has his way. It's, like, it's totally one-sided. We finally get a Suicide Squad movie that is, like, from the perspective of the bad guys. And they just sprinkle in some Batman. Doesn't really even stop them. He puts them away, but it's more of a flashback. And then we're just done with him.
That is a really
Batman needs to
solid
get
point.
beat for once.
That is a solid point. You don't see the times that the villains actually succeed.
What,
which
they
is
always
very
lose?
few.
They lose every time? I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that was a
I
great
don't
point.
think so.
Props to Cam. You always see in these superhero movies that the superheroes win. And they might, like, you know, get beaten up a little bit, but they still, at the end, win. This is a bad guy movie, you know? I personally would have loved to see where, you know, Batman kind of gets the crap beaten out of him a little bit. You see a battle where he actually loses and has to go back to the Batcave and, like, reassess his whole method and everything. That would have been awesome to see, you know, in that Suicide Squad movie.
Instead, it's like, oh, Batman is on vacation in Australia while this is all going on.
Mind you, that's not what was going on.
Not, oh, let me go take a nap. I'm stressed about this.
Those of you who maybe don't really know what the Suicide Squad stands for, the criminals, they get a chance to do some good. However, if they decide halfway into the mission, they're like, oh, screw it, I'm just gonna go be me, that's suicide, because they would get eliminated. And these missions that they get sent on, like some of the comics, they're pretty crazy missions, you know? So they don't expect them to succeed. You know, that's why they call them the Suicide Squad, because they have abilities or certain talents that are great, and they can get the government what they want, but they're expendable because they're criminals.
Oh.
So yeah, man, there's a lot. You should dive into the comics.
So just a couple thoughts. Killer Croc, he's gotta go.
Killer Croc, really? I feel he's not like a.
I didn't think he added much to the story.
Because he's a Batman villain, so he's got to
he
be
is a
in it.
Batman.
Yeah.
I stayed awake through this whole movie.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Fun fact
Two eyes
about
wide
this
open.
man right here. It'll take him like a whole 15, 20 minutes into a movie. You look over, and guess who is knocked out?
It's a struggle.
But the fact that he stayed awake for the first hour of the movie gave me hope. He was like all involved throughout the whole movie, so that's how I knew I had to incorporate him into this.
They gotta
It
have
was
a good
great movie.
storyline, good acting, good cinematics, like explosions going. Not really, but it's gotta be a good movie to keep my attention, or else I just can't make it. Whether it's at the movie theater, on the couch, at someone's house, you gotta have good stuff. And I stayed awake through this whole movie.
So, Cam, if you had to rate this movie overall with, you know, everybody's performances and how you felt about where the direction of the movie and the knowledge that you have of some of the people in it, what would you rate this movie?
It's gonna get an 8 out of 10.
Wow, really? 8 out of
Yeah,
10?
because I really did. I was engaged and interested the whole way. The acting was good. The characters are good. Some of the storyline left some to be desired, so I'm gonna take 2 points away there. And some parts were a little drawn out, but overall, I thought it was a good movie. It gets an 8. 2 eyes wide open. I'd even watch it again.
I'd give it a 7.5 to an 8. The only things that I really had a problem with were just literally that last 30 to 45 minutes. I don't mind what they did, but if they would have incorporated a little better, it would have meshed better with the story. But it still was good, and I love the characters, and some of the action was pretty darn good, and the humor it was hilarious. You know, Will Smith, anything he's in, pretty much.
It had some
pretty
really funny parts.
And yeah, man, it was pretty good. So yeah, I definitely would watch it again. Not my favorite DCEU movie, but also not a bad one. So I definitely recommend watching it if you had some preconceived notions not to because of reviews. Just give it a shot. You know, check it out for yourself. That's going to do it for us. Thank you guys for sticking with us through this video. Cam here is actually going to be working on a couple videos himself over the next couple weeks. Yeah, dude, it's going to be pretty awesome, you know, and he's going to do some podcasts and everything. So definitely check him out.
At KamBeachCave, KamBeachCave. KamBeachCave.
And, I mean,
there's a lot of good stuff coming, a lot of good stuff we're working on. Robbie boy will be there. It'll be fun.
And also one more thing, I just want to tell you guys, I have a fellow YouTuber. His name's McKean Hall. He actually shouted me out in a recent video of his. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And
nice.
Definitely want to hop over to his channel, give him some love and support. He does like some comic book stuff too. He just released a video about the Clone Wars series and his review on it. So his channel is up and coming too, so it'd be nice to see him get a little bit of support. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. So thank you guys again, and have a good one.